Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So, following 38 internal investigations of Capitol Police officers' actions on January 6th, 6 officers may be disciplined, but investigators say that they, quote, did not find sufficient evidence that any of the officers committed a crime. So, the Office of Professional Responsibility is who conducted these investigations. And they also stated that they couldn't fully investigate some complaints that were issued because they didn't have sufficient information to identify the officers who allegedly were involved in any of these, submissions of wrongdoing. Now, I find that hard to believe given the amount of video evidence that they have at their disposal, including their own surveillance cameras inside the building, but whatever. I guess that's where they're going to leave it. So they also haven't released the names of the 6 officers, but here's the deal, and here's why these officers are in trouble. So 3 of the 6 were cited for conduct unbecoming. 1, they say, failed to comply with directives. And then 1 other officer apparently made improper remarks. And the final officer out of the 6 may face discipline for improper dissemination of information, which I'll explain in a minute. Now, in addition, there's another officer that's still under investigation for alleged unsatisfactory performance and conduct unbecoming, but no news on that yet. Now, one of the officers apparently told the investigators that he posed for a picture with a January 6th suspect so he could later identify him. That officer claimed that this Trump supporter appeared to be a, quote, alpha male. That's a direct quote. And he said he was clearly leading a group of Trump supporters. And the officer said, quote, I specifically took the picture so I can refer to that guy. However, this officer never told his superiors about this so-called grand plan that he had. And the photo was taken with the suspect's phone, not the officer's phone. So how would he refer back to him later? Makes no sense. Unless he's saying, oh, I knew that photo would surface. And then, I could say, oh, that was the guy who was leading the group because maybe later I would forget him. I don't know. But the officer also didn't ask for this suspect's name. He didn't even ask any information. He didn't try to get any identifying information from him. It wasn't until the FBI was doing searches, they were doing investigative work, and they discovered the picture of this officer posing with the suspect on Facebook. And it was posted on one of Trump's Capitol terrorist Facebook pages, but the officer never said a word about any of it. So the FBI apparently reached out to the Capitol Police to forewarn them because they were seeking an arrest warrant for this insurrectionist. And in an email sent to the Capitol Police, the FBI investigator said, quote, the arrest warrants are public. So I just wanted to give you a heads up that this is happening so you all aren't blindsided by it. Now, another officer who was also hit with conduct unbecoming apparently took photos with multiple Capitol terrorists. That officer said that he was trying to diffuse the situation. He said that, quote, to keep the situation calm. Now, another officer who was found to have posed for a photo claims he doesn't even remember the photo being taken because he was so traumatized by the events of the day. He said, I was having my photo taken, videos taken of me all day long. I was tear gassed, blah, blah, blah. This was later in the day. I have no idea. I don't even recall. That's actually more plausible. I find that excuse more reasonable than what these other people said. But the most serious of all of the cases involves an officer who allegedly disseminated information in an improper manner. This officer was actually turned in by one of his own friends. And this came after he shared information with this friend about the secure location where the lawmakers were evacuated to. So the friend, like the officer, is not named in the report, but apparently he called the FBI tip line and he reported their conversation. And in a subsequent interview, he told the FBI, quote, "I don't want to report a friend of 40 years, but he says enough concerning statements that I feel like I need to do this. He's just fallen into this cult and these beliefs." So the officer was questioned, obviously. He denied being a MAGA cult member. He, told investigators that he's not sympathetic to their cause, that he doesn't align with them. However, he also didn't deny revealing lawmakers' location. He essentially said that he didn't remember revealing this information. He told investigators, quote, "I can't say 100% that I didn't do what you're telling me I did." So guess that 40-year friendship is over, huh? Wow. So we'll see where this goes, guys, but it sounds like a lot of cops got off very easily. I mean, I'm not saying that there weren't tons of police officers that day that acted valiantly, that they didn't do an amazing job under extreme stress and physical attack, that there weren't heroes that day. I'm just saying that there were dozens who acted inappropriately, it sounds like, and many of them are just going to get to walk because they're not willing to try to dig and name them. Anyway, I'll keep you posted when I hear more. Thanks so much for watching and listening, and take care, and I'll talk with you soon.